Hi there! We're excited that you signed up to use Equestrian Connect, and we want to provide you with a tool to help you get started quickly and easily. In just a few minutes, our Getting Started video will teach you how to add people, add horses, add credit cards, and create show entries. Now let's get started. To start, you'll go to the home page and log in with your username and password. This is your MyEdConnect page, which serves as your home screen once you log in. It's equivalent to your online barn, where you'll be able to see your people, your horses, your shows, and other account information. The first thing you're going to want to do before creating entries is click the Add Person button. The first thing to take into consideration when adding a person is whether or not they have an NRHA number. If they do, and you have that number, select Yes. If not, or you don't have that number with you, select No. Let's pretend that you do not know the NRHA number of the person you are looking to add, so you've clicked No. The search bar will appear and you can type in the name of the person you are wanting to add. Then click Search. The search results will appear below. If the person you are looking to add was already in the Equestrian Connect system, they would appear and you could add that person to your account. This person does not appear in the results, so click Add New Person. You've been brought to the Add New Person screen. Make sure you add the person's name, tax ID, NRHA status, birthday, citizenship, and any other information that is required. Because we selected that we didn't know this person's NRHA number, the NRHA number shows up as applied. There are other options in that drop-down menu. Once you have saved this person, you can then go back to the My People tab and add their NRHA number in. Other information you can add is contact information, like phone number and address. Also, this person's roles, like owner, trainer, and rider. A person can have all of these roles if they're applicable. You can also list up to 5 organization numbers of your choice that are applicable to the shows that you attend. Other important options to select are your communication preferences, which alerts you would like to be sent, and also your privacy settings. That way, you can determine what kind of information you would like to receive and what kind of information you are willing to have viewable by other Equestrian Connect users. Once you've added all the applicable information, you can press Save. After clicking Save, you will be brought back to your MyEdConnect page, the My People tab. You can see that the new person has been added, and also the people are organized alphabetically. The next thing to do is to add horses. You can do that by clicking the My Horses tab. This is your My Horses tab. You can add horses directly from here. The process of adding a horse is much like the process of adding a person. You will start by selecting Yes or No based on whether or not you have the NRHA number for the horse you are looking to add. Let's assume that you have the NRHA number for this horse, so you've clicked Yes. The search bar will appear and you can enter the NRHA number and press Search. After clicking Search, you will be brought to the Add New Horse screen. Here, you can add the horse's name, birth date, and breeding information. You will also be able to select the horse's owner from the drop-down menu. That menu lists people that have already been added to your My People list. When you are done, click Save. Here you can see that the new horse has been added. You'll also notice at the top of your horses is something called the barn account. The barn account is there for you to order tack stalls, hay, shavings, or anything of that nature. If for some reason you choose not to use a barn account, or you just don't want it there, you can always click the red X on the right side to remove it. You can do the same for horses as well. Now that we've added people and horses to your account, the next step is to add payment methods. We do this by going to the My Account tab, then the Payment Methods tab, and finally, you click Add Credit Card. The purpose of this is to add a credit card payment method for all of your clients, or just the trainer's credit card number, so you can submit electronic entries for the shows that require a credit card to be provided with your entry. If you don't want to store and use credit cards, you can always just use the print and mail feature for entries and then mail them with a check or another payment method that's required by show management. Adding a credit card is easy. All you need to do is fill in the highlighted sections like cardholder name, card number, billing address, and email. All credit cards are stored securely and encrypted in Equestrian Connect system. As you can see, the credit card we just added has now been added to your payment methods. It has replaced the expired credit card above. So now you can delete that expired card and you'll have a new one ready to use. We also have another function, which is up to the right. It says, remember the credit card used for each horse when creating entries. If you check that box, when you select which credit card you would like for each horse during the entry process, it will automatically save that for the next entries you create. It's a pretty handy feature, but you don't have to use it if you'd rather not. Now, at the top of your MyEC Connect, if you're ready to create entries, select Shows. The Shows page is where you will search for shows by organization. Once you find the show you would like to enter, you can click the Create Entries button on the right, or you can click the show's name. Either way will get you to the next step. This is where the entry process begins. Here you see the show details, like show contact information, submission options, as well as downloads and links. Now, click Create Entries. This screen will share any important messages from show management, and it also lets you know what the show supports. From here, you can proceed with your entries as either print and mail entries or electronic entries. For example, if you had a horse that you weren't sure was going to the show, you could do a print and mail entry, just so you'd have one done. But if you had a barn full of horses ready to be submitted, electronic entries are definitely the way to go. Step 1 is for selecting horses. You can do entries for one horse or for every horse in your barn. You just check the box of the horse you'd like to enter. You can also select your stall type and the number of stalls you will need at this point. Once you've done that, you can click Next and you'll proceed to Step 2. Step 2 is where you'll add your entry details. For each horse, you can select the owner, trainer, and rider that you'd like. If your horse is going with a different rider this show, that's easy to change. You just go to the drop-down menu and select the rider you'd like. You can also add credit cards in this step, which is often required for electronic entries. Once you've done that, click Next and you'll move on to Step 3. Step 3 is where you select your show fees and your classes. Once you've selected the applicable fees and the classes, you do that for each of the horses that you're going to enter by clicking Next Horse. Once you've done it for each of the horses, click Next. After completing Step 3, you have made it through the entry process. You're done and your entries are ready to be downloaded. This is one of the entries that we just made for the Cactus Reining Classic. As you can see, the entries are clear and very easy to read. If you need any assistance setting up your account, adding or updating data, or creating entries, just call or email us. Don't hesitate. Thanks for using Equestrian Connect, and we look forward to seeing you soon at the shows. Best of luck this season.